All right, so on stream, we're on a losing streak. So I think, all right, we're gonna end the losing streak on stream. I think honestly, I think almost every day this week I've lost on. Actually, not every, almost every day, every single day this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I ended up taking an L on stream, and then later on during the day, I made my profits. I got to stop doing that. I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of control over it, but we could be a little bit more patient during the stream. Yesterday, I did end up taking shorts on this account. So I got my funded account back from Alpha Futures. And I ended up taking shorts right here. It was like 90 points with like 7 micros. So we're up 1200 on this account. Today, I do need to focus on this funded account. I gotta stop messing around. I'm gonna trade evals later on my own time. I gotta, and also it's probably not a good thing to trade evals during the stream anyways, because sometimes I take aggressive trades, trading evals. So, with that being said, we're going to focus on our funded account with Top Step, because I need to build the balance on this. The balance is only like $200 because I took a L that one day where I got stopped out by a couple ticks for like 500, and then I made some of it back, so, or I made it all back plus more, so now it's sitting at a balance of 200. So we got to build this one up. I got to focus on this. So we're gonna wait and trade it today. Probably leave the alpha account alone. Honestly, on the alpha account, the max payout on this for the second withdrawal is 2250. So I'm already there. So I'm gonna just probably milk the other days to lock that in. So we're gonna leave it alone. Yeah, so I was watching up here. I was considering taking a pre-market short, but I decided not to. But in the event that we do start rejecting off of this, I mean, we could really make our way down at least towards London lows and then potentially Asia lows. So the plan today is basically I'm watching up here, treating it kind of like a zone, where I'm treating it as a zone. It just happened pre-market. We started reacting out of it. So I'd be looking for us, if we are going to drop, to actually make our way towards 29,900 area. So we'll see what happens. I've noticed that recently, like, at the open, at least this week, I've been getting wrecked, and then like later on, once it like stops chopping around and then it actually starts going somewhere, I end up doing all right. So we'll probably be a little careful. Plus, there's not really a balance on this account yet, so I gotta probably use like 3 micros on this 50k and try and add into a winning position. It's kind of the idea. So we're gonna wait for market open. Also, full transparency, I kind of fucked up those Apex accounts. So we're gonna chill on the copy trading. We're gonna go back to trading these accounts individually. I still have like a few fundeds, like a handful of fundeds, but I don't think I'm gonna copy trade them. We gave it a shot. Plus, Apex is like it's just slightly concerning. Apex slightly concerns me. I haven't really traded with them like that though. I mean, I've purchased a couple evals here or there. I've had a few PA accounts with them, but I've actually never taken a payout from Apex. I've only traded them a couple times. And I'm usually copy trading them, so they just like disappear if I mess it up. After studying options flow for a couple of months, I think I've come to the humble conclusion of this value Gex candlestick structure. What up, Gianni? HVL for Tanuki is showing at 29,785. It's also where the put wall's at currently. And it's a pretty stacked level down there. We have a ton of open interest sitting around 29,900, 29,785 area. Damn. So today what I'm looking at is, I know we had this really large move. Funny enough, yesterday I was watching it come towards where I had discount marked, and when we were down here, the put wall was actually sitting here as well. I was on a call with somebody, and I was telling them, I was like, if we close down here, if CME opens, I'm probably gonna take it long and try and hold it overnight. And then I was saying that we could potentially start the move, and then I'll just get into it as CME opens. But then just did the whole thing. So kind of unfortunate, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. So we'll see if we actually rotate lower and at least come back to rebalance some of it before we continue higher. Or if we're just going to continue the rip up. So my eyes are set up here. We are watching this today. Unfortunately, we're already reacting out of it pre-market. So there's a pretty decent chance that we actually just open up and just at least immediately go take London lows. Or these lows, right? So we will see. We will see. We do need to be careful about us potentially rotating around, though. Doing something like this. Gotta be careful about that. Vanthor Q, NDX, call resistance sitting at 30,326. Yeah, basically the same. Mine's at 325. If we do push up into this again at the open and we start seeing buyers struggle to get past it, or we see failure, I might try and take a short position, but I gotta be careful. I'm determined to stop getting wrecked this week on stream. It's like my priority right now. Because I feel bad, dude. I feel guilty. All right, so Gianni says he feels long, so that means we're definitely dropping today. So we're definitely not going up then. If Gianni says that he thinks we're going up, then he is the indicator for the morning that we're going down. Gianni's my confirmation. He told me yesterday that he's been getting absolutely wrecked during New York. Perfect. He thinks we're going up. We're going down. I'm just messing with you, Gianni. Alright, so we will wait for the open. We'll see if they're... I mean, I would prefer to take shorts today, to be honest. I would prefer shorts. If it plays out. So when we open up, we'll see what we do.
Connection lost.
Damn, what happened? All right, we got 20 seconds. Although today I did say I was going to be a little careful about the open because I'm being smacked this week. But let's see what it does. I want to see if we're going to push up back towards this area and then have some failure. We're probably going to drop from here. I'm going to go 3 micros. We're going to go 3 micros. The moment we start taking lows, we're going to move it to break even. All right, I'm going break even now. I'm gonna hold this if I can. I'm gonna try and take it all the way down to 29,900 if we're gonna run it. And I'll just trail stop along the way. Thanks for the call out, Gianni. I appreciate it. The inverse indicator. So if we're gonna continue lower, I want us to stay below 30,100. But I think there's a pretty good chance we could actually drop it down. I'd be seeing if I could front run. Actually, you know what? Oh, that'd be like 200 points. Nah, I'm just messing with you, Gianni. If you guys took this trade, you can get out wherever, but I'm gonna hold it. Try to go for like 200 points. I'm using 3 micros. And then hopefully this doesn't come back to my entry so that we can end that on stream losing streak right here today. Entered right at open. Yeah, I did. I was thinking about going short pre-market, but I was thinking to wait. Um we pushed up at the open and then we immediately it was just a totally fake push upwards. It immediately failed. What's important though is this next 5-minute candle. If the next 5-minute candle opens up, stays below 30,100, and we continue down, if we close down here in 10 seconds, then we should actually be looking pretty good. I'm actually going to add into it if it flips bearish. DPK's in longs. If I get tagged in on the shorts right now, it'll add me in 3 more contracts, and then I'm going to trail stop to the top of the 5-minute wick.
Order filled.
Alright, let's see if it will continue or take me out at break even. If we get a strong push down from this 5 minute, I am gonna start trailing it to the open of it though, so that this trade wasn't a total waste of time. But I'm looking for the momentum to continue if we get it. Otherwise, we'll just take our $40. But we are at value area low, yeah, which is concerning, but whatever. Gonna get ready to trail it. I would trail it to the open the moment it takes the 5 minute lows. Alright. We'll just lock that in. We'll see if it can continue. We had a large seller step in, so we gotta see follow through or else we're going to reject from here. We almost got stopped out of that. Maybe we're pretty lucky. Might be lucky today, huh? Alright, I'm trailing it right above where this big trade's at, which is sitting 30,039. We'll lock in 600. We'll see if we can get the flush lower down towards that 29,000 area I was talking about. We're going to front run it by 5 points, and if it hits, it'll be like, I think 200 something points from initial entry. We just need us to continue. We're almost there. But this is kind of what I was looking for, right? I said 5 minute candle open up, stay below 30,100, and we should be okay. Unless it hits break even, or hits my trailing stop. Then we'll just take our $600. Alright. Take our $600, and then we will continue on to the next opportunity, if we have one. Where's my original entry? It was like right when we were flipping bearish. We've gone over 100 points so far from initial entry. If we get tagged out at 30,039, I think I got in somewhere over here. It'd be like 93 points. That's fine. We'll be good. If we get a strong push down, I'm actually going to trail it again. I'm gonna trail it right here. We'll lock in $1,000. We'll be okay with that. I'm trailing it behind the stacked and bound. Actually, I'll just leave it there. I'm gonna wait because we're about to run lows. I do have to be careful of us wicking lows and slamming back up, so as we approach right here, I'm gonna start trailing it pretty tight. All right, we took lows. Let's see if we can get it to continue. I'm trailing stop here. We'll lock in 1900. Trailing stop to the lows.
Order filled.
What a banger. You like that? Ah! Alright, no, I'm just playing. But I will say that we actually ended the losing streak on the live. So no one can say anything about that this week. We'll pat ourselves on the back. I know, like, earlier this week, guys, like, I took some L's on stream, and then I get off stream and make it back. We had help from Gianni this morning. He said go long, so instantly that's my indication that we were totally gonna melt. So it worked out perfectly. So, ooh, we're really going. But yeah, so I got out around this area. I am gonna be watching this area here. But yeah, so like as of right now, we're up 2230 on this funded account, and then on our Alpha Futures funded account, we're up 1200. So we're up $3,400 today on the funded accounts. We caught like 900 ticks on the funded. We added into it. If I had to take a guess, I'm gonna guess that DS is in this short, still holding it. How you just close it? Nice. Age of lows. Gotcha. Well, what do we do now? No, I'm just joking. I could trade. Here's the thing, though. Like, after we move down like this, it's like, this is obviously the move of the morning. Let me ask you, who took those shorts? Who took the shorts? Did anyone take those shorts? Besides DS and Apple. Angel. Let's go. Jacob, let's go. Goku did, let's go. John McDonald made 3,500 on the shorts. We all cooked. We cooked. Gianni, did you take the shorts, bro? Did you give up on your long idea? All right, cool. I'm glad to hear that. You trusted me. Cool. Well, if you went long, bro, that you literally couldn't have been any. Okay, timeout. This sell-off is actually intense right now. We just went 2,000 ticks. We really didn't pull back at all. You could have just kept trailing it. No hard TP. Wow, look at this, dude. Wow. Dude, the selling. Look at how much. There's 116,000 on this 5-minute candle. That's intense. Jeez. Dude, honestly, this market is great to trade, dude. When we have these moves like this, so much opportunity. 6 micros. You know what I mean? Like 6 micros, $2,200. You really don't need a lot. We're just flying around 1,000 ticks every single day. DS is killing it. Let's go. Yeah, 1K in less than 3 minutes with 3 micros. Banger. Trading on the iPad. I trade on the iPad. Whenever I travel, I take my iPad that's sitting right here. You guys can't really see it. And I have like the keyboard. And I'll trade on Top Step. Still going. Yeah. The only thing is that when I travel though, I do take my laptop and I take it a external screen. So then I'll have my iPad, my laptop, and then an external screen. And then it's like a little 3 monitor setup. I'll look at footprint on my laptop, execute on my iPad, and then trading view on the external screen. Ooh, Italy. That should be fun. Am I on every day? Yes, John McDonald. I am on every day. Although tomorrow I think I'll be live with a prop firm match. So this morning I said we needed to build the balance on this account. Okay, so a little recap, I guess, of today. So we took shorts over here. Where is it? We took shorts over here during the overnight on this funded account. So we're up 1,200 on this one. We caught 90 points. And then we took shorts on this funded account today. We caught 200 points. 212 points. So we caught 300 points today. You know what that deserves? Oh, is there no soundboard in here? I was gonna soundboard a golf clap. Ball clap. Let's see what Gianni sent me. Gianni, why do you DM me like this, bro? Why don't you just say it in the chat? You DM'd me, let's go, bro. Why don't you just say it in the chat? Oh, is it because he's not in here anymore? Oh, that's probably why. Gianni's a funny guy. What up, Manu? First time here? Well, what a day for the first time here. Whoa. What is this, 4,000 ticks already? Oh, 3,000, almost 2,500. Yeah, you're just the type of day you could just get in short and then it just keeps shorting. Although this was a valid, you could have watched this fail and you could have probably tried to short it, yep. Yeah, you can get in on every absorption of buyers higher. So, we are definitely, so this is important to note, okay? This is what I was talking to somebody about yesterday. So, when I told you guys earlier, I don't know if you guys were on, if you weren't on, but basically I was explaining that I was on a call yesterday right when we were dipping down into here, and I was mentioning that I was looking for us to come up. I was going to try and do it during the CME Open heading into Asia, but we kind of did it randomly at the end of the day. And then I told the person I was talking to that potentially we're going to be looking for us to put in a lower high. Right? And then in the event that we start really ripping down, I wasn't expecting it to happen like this, to be obviously. But at this point, if we're going to continue this, even if we stop and find and balance out, find value, you know, I am expecting us to actually begin to truly shift bearish on all of the time frames and then eventually come and target down here. That's kind of the idea. So this morning, the reason why I was looking for shorts was a couple reasons. One is because of sessions. So we pump during Asia, we pump during London, we take pre-market London highs, we start dropping down. There was a large cluster of positive gamma sitting up here. So I marked this out and I was looking for shorts out of this area. We came down pre-market, we made a fake attempt to push higher, it failed immediately, I went short. Targets would have been here and here. I couldn't have imagined that it would have actually done this. Although if I had a time machine and I can go back 30 minutes, then I would be very rich. But yeah, so it's interesting. See if we actually come all the way down. Nvidia's down 3%. SpaceX is down 1%. Dude, have you guys been watching metals recently? It's been getting absolutely hammered. We're almost back under 4,000. We haven't seen under 4,000 since last year, October. Wow. Great volatility. This is great. This is a great summer. Usually summers are like, they don't really have, I mean, in the past few years, right? Summers have been kind of like, we go kind of range bound sometimes. A little bit less participation, but so far this month, I mean, dude, in June, we've been having huge moves. It's probably, this might be one of the most volatile months we've seen in a while. Let me actually look. All of this happened this month. Start off the month. 5,000 tick drop. 1,000 point or 1,000 point pump. 1,500 point dump. 1,200 point pump. Crazy. Dude, look at the ATR for the 5-minute right now down here. 185 points per 5-minute candle. What is it for? Oh wait, my bad. Never mind. I'm an idiot. It's 93 points. We were looking at the wrong time frame. That's still pretty large though. 93 points. 76 points for a 1 minute. What software do you use to view the order flow? I use ATAS. I also use Deep Charts sometimes, depending on if I'm trading my alpha accounts. So yeah, I use those too. But mainly, I mean, the only reason why I have Deep Charts is literally for one reason, is only because the way that you can add stop limits. I did try Sierra Charts for a little while. That was the first platform I actually ever used for order flow. So first I started with Sierra Charts, and then like being new to order flow and trying to use Sierra Charts, I just like, it was slightly overwhelming at the time. So I kind of just, I mean, it's great. That's probably the goated platform, the best one, in my opinion, probably for, it's just so customizable. But basically I gave up on it because this was like years ago. And then I went to Edge Pro X, which I think is very similar, if not the same thing as Motive Wave. But it wasn't really that good. And then I got into ATAS. And then I just stuck with it because I like it. So this is the new hourly candle. In the 4-hour. I think it's not done going down yet. What platform do I use for options flow? I use Tanuki Trade. If you wanted to get a free trial, use code NEVERFLAT. Converting from ICT to order flow is actually not that difficult because a lot of ICT's concepts that he created, he didn't create anything by the way, but a lot of the things that he claims he created, it's basically a simplified version of auction market theory. A lot of it is. So if you understand ICT and you start learning about auction market theory, a lot of it's actually going to make a lot of sense to you. It's just the more raw, detailed version of what it actually is, not a simplified version using candlesticks. Bar candlesticks. So if you want to start, the first thing you should start with is definitely just understanding auction market theory. Where can you study auction market theory? Well, auction market theory is very well documented. It is all over the internet. YouTube University. Take your talents there. Mind Over Markets is a good book for auction market theory. I've never read it. Interesting though. What data feed do I use? On my live account, which is what this is connected to, it is a Rhythmic. Was I looking at Gex level? Yes, I was. That's what this is. That's what this box is right here. I was watching this GX trades. It was basically the two largest positive Gex nodes. But I didn't know that I didn't think we were gonna do this though. That was totally unexpected. Well, it was a combination of things, but that is one thing I was looking at, yes. ATAS new heat map 3D mode. Yeah, they have a new 3D mode. You shorted the bottom? Why? Why? Well, it's okay. As long as you didn't cause a really large loss. Let's see how far it's gonna squeeze up. Yeah, do I check hourly candles? Because hourly candles give me an idea for the intraday. I use hourly candles for the higher time frame for the intraday session. So I have a chart. You guys can't see it. It's right here. These are hourly candles. I have a delta profile, the RTH volume profile, and then there's VWAP that starts. But I start my RTH session at the hourly candle that starts, like the first hourly candle of the session. So 30 minutes before market actually opens is when I start that. And I do that because it's the first hourly candle. The market's moving around right now a lot. I'm sitting here seeing if I can risk some of these profits on this account for an opportunity. What do you think about Fabio Valentini's strategy? He's the GOAT. It's great. He's a dude, you know what? He's a beast at adding into positions, building positions, scaling out. It's great. Most order flow traders actually trade basically that way. Volume profiles, value area, break and retest the value area. I trade it slightly differently. But at the end of the day, we're all reading order flow, and all you're reading at the end of the day is you're understanding auction market theory in terms of where value builds, how we cycle from imbalance to balance, and then you're reading effort versus result. And then you can add options flow. Because when you get into order flow, you basically start paying attention to volume and participation a lot. And then options flow is like a layer deeper than that, where you start understanding like why some of the volume and participation exists. Because the options market, especially 0 DTE, it's huge. The options market's bigger than CFDs, bigger than Forex, bigger than futures, and 0 DTE options actually make up about, I think, over 50% of all options flow, 0 DTE contracts. So if you have a bunch of participation coming from a monster of a market like the options market, and then you have liquidity providers, right? Market makers, dealers, and they need to hedge their positions. They hedge it in the underlying, futures being one of them. Yeah, DS, that's what I'm waiting for as well. I think that I would be pretty surprised if we straight up V-shape this all the way back like this. There may be an opportunity on this pump up where we start to potentially roll over again. But I'm waiting just in case we don't, and if we V-shape this, that would actually be crazy. That'd be the craziest V-shape I've probably ever seen. Five-minute candles are 106 points ATR right now on a 14 length. Can you get my... Yeah, I don't... V-shapes are... I mean, if I have like a trade that I was gonna get long for a reversal anyways, and then it just happens to V-shape, then great, but, you know, I usually end up getting out before it truly V-shapes up. And I typically won't try and take a continuation, like, once this is starting to form like this, I don't try and follow it like that. V-shapes are profit killers. Yeah, I don't really trade them. I'm gonna try a short here with 4 micros. We're gonna risk some of the profits for today. I'm gonna see if this 5 minute can flip bearish or if we're just gonna get wrecked. Alright, flip bearish. I'm gonna move it to break even. We're gonna see if it can drop lower. If we approach, what is this, 572, I'm gonna start trailing my stop. Oh, DS took it too? Nice. I'm looking for it to happen relatively quickly with some follow through. I need to get, oh, this is gonna take me out. We'll take our 200. Oh. I'm gonna trail it as we go down though. I actually took two off. And we're gonna let the other two ride. Well, not really ride because it's my trailing stops right here, but we're gonna see if it can continue. This 5 minutes probably gonna open up and take me out, but I don't want to necessarily risk a whole lot. All right, so we made 400 bucks on that. I'll take it. So now we're up 1600 on this account. It's probably still gonna drop. As long as we don't get back above like 670. It's just pretty volatile right now. And one thing to note is just that I already have enough in this balance for a max payout, so it's kind of pointless for me to actually continue to trade it like this. But I mean, I thought we were gonna turn around up there. I can't. I gotta try it. Although that's why I trailed my stop, because the most I can take out on this next payout is 2250 anyways. So it's just. Banger, DS. You went 1 micro? Very nice. Wow, that's 135 points. Looks so small. Yeah, dude, these days where we have volatility like this, I mean, you don't even need to catch you don't even need to catch like the whole move. You could just scalp it if you just get a good entry. I mean, I went 4 micros, right? I went 4 micros and I made 400 bucks. It was just, it took me 2 minutes to catch 50 points. So now we have caught 350 points today. Well, 260 from this session, and Asia session caught 90. Yeah, I use rhythmic data on it on ATAS. It's good. I mean, it's the normal live rhythmic Chicago server, so I rarely have issues with it. It's very rare. What do you mean the data is different than others? In what way? You don't mean prices, right? Because that shouldn't be happening. Oh, big trades. Mm-hmm. It's because sometimes they calculate it differently. Especially, you'll also have different big trades on the big trades indicator depending on what platform you're using too. The way the group orders, the way they calculate the orders. So like if you look at deep charts and you look at Sierra charts, probably, or you look at Motive Wave or you look at ATAS, the very obvious big trades, you'll still see big trades pop up around the same spot, but the numbers may be different. And if you have a filter, like let's say your filter's like 250 for MNQ, um, because the numbers are different, you may have bubbles pop up on one platform and they don't pop up on the other. But I'm really not too concerned about that. What do I use for bookmap? For a heat map, I look at this. So what this is right here is this is ATAS's old heat map. These white levels right here are the DOM. It's the depth of market expresses levels. And then the heat maps right here. So the footprint should not change. It should be the same. It should be the same unless you have some type of setting where it's aggregating data. Then it's going to look different. So like for example, on my footprint charts, I have it aggregating data for every point. So this isn't tick by tick because if I keep it tick by tick, then I got to zoom in like a lot to see the footprint show up. And when we're moving around, um, for example, we're at 111 point ATR right now. Do I necessarily need to see tick by tick order flow data? Like, not really. I'm okay with it being per point. So it aggregates. Now, if you're on deep charts, right? So let's take a look at deep charts. What deep charts does is you notice how like the more I zoom out, there's less levels, and the more I zoom in, there's more levels. So they're aggregating their numbers and their data, right? So like if you go, and it's just for simplicity of like ease of use, right? So if you go and you look at this and it's all scrunched up, and you look at this and say, oh, there's 23 and 112 sitting here. And then you go over here, you're like, where is that at, right? Up here? It's because it's aggregating the data. There may be slight differences in the numbers. I haven't really done like a in-depth like test, right? But yeah, they will be different. Like it'll keep doing this until I zoom in until I get only per tick. See, it's like this is now per tick. So if we go up here now, And it's zoomed in all the way. We have 0, 8, 0, 10, 4, 10. I would need to change this to tick by tick, but it'd probably be the same. 0, 8, 0, 10, 4, 10. Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm done. I think I'm just gonna call it. So, I hope you guys had a good day. I hope we're green. I hope nobody tried to continuously long this short. I don't know why you would if you were watching that, but I just hope nobody did that. And then if you miss this move, don't try and force a bunch of shit if we start balancing out, please. You know what I mean? You missed the train and now you're just trying to like make up for it, you know, by like trading overlapping candles. I mean, it's still big enough though where you can scalp and make money for sure, but I hope you understand my point. At a certain point today, we're probably going to balance out. If it's not going to happen right here, we're probably going to balance out somewhere. So just don't be that guy. Don't be the guy who misses a move like this, or even like the pump up like this or whatever, and then we start doing this. You miss both of those, so now we're doing this, and then you're over here like destroying your accounts in this after we just had like a, you know what I mean? That used to happen to me all the time. And I know that's probably happening to somebody right now. So that's just my heads up to not do that. All right, well, I'll catch you guys. Round of applause. The losing streak on stream, where then I go and get off stream and make profits, that ended today. So we actually caught a decent amount on stream. We caught 260 points on stream. And then last night during Asia, I caught 90 points. So today we're up over 350 points. Or 350 points. So I'm gonna just call it there. I will catch you guys later. Tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming with Prop Firm Match, so I'm not gonna be in the Discord. I'm not gonna be on my YouTube. I'm gonna be on Prop Firm Match's YouTube. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.